Welcome to this video. Now I'm going to show you how to make your Sprite change his costumes. Costumes is kind of a strange name. Sometimes it should maybe be called poses, I think, but just think about a costume in Scratch, just like a costume for Halloween. It's something that you put on to change the way you look, even though it doesn't change who you are, it doesn't change your brain. So that's all a costume is. It's just a new look to take your Sprite and make him look different. Basically, we will use two main blocks to make this happen, one called Next Costume and one called Switch Costume To. Those will both help you change your looks. Now, go with me over to Scratch, program along with me, and let's work through a couple of examples. First of all, I want you to just create a brand new Scratch. Let's call it Costumes instead of Untitled. And I'm really tired of Scratch Cat. Sorry, Scratch Cat. So let's take this scissors, the delete button up here at the top. Click that, and then cut him out. Get out of there, Scratch Cat. What we're going to do is we're going to use a couple of different types of sprites that have more interesting costumes. Not that Scratch Cat is not interesting, no offense. So here's what we will do. I would like for you to go down here to the bottom. You're looking for this New Sprite button. You will click that and work along with me, but you can pick whatever you want to a certain extent. What I would like for you to do is click on the People tab over here. Click on People. That'll give you lots of interesting people to look at. I like the people because they have many costumes built in. So I'm going to grab one of these sprites. I don't care what person you want. Grab one, import it there. Now, we have used sprites quite a bit. We've used their brain over here on the right. We have never taken a look right up here at the top. We've always been in scripts. Scripts is the sprite's brain. What I would like for you to do now is take a look at this Costumes tab. So this Costumes tab is what we're looking at here. Once you click on that, you will notice that our sprite has so many costumes. And again, a costume, it doesn't change her brain. It doesn't change who she is. It just changes how she looks. She could look like this. She could look like this. She could look like that. She is the same person, even though she looks like those different things. So each of these costumes has a name. Ballerina A, Ballerina B, not all that exciting. But not all sprites come with multiple costumes, but the people tend to do that. So what I'm going to say here is go along with me and program. Pause if you need to catch up. You have a person sprite on your screen. And what I would like to do is, my favorite, when the green flag is clicked. And then if you will take a look, we've never really messed with the Looks tab too much, but Looks is right here in the purple. Click on Looks and you will notice that there are two main blocks that deal with costumes. So you could say, when it starts, switch her costume, and then you get this drop down, you can choose her costume. Now I'm going to say when it starts, she will change to costume D. And you always, when you're messing with costumes, you would really like to have a wait so that you can wait for a minute and just see that costume, see her standing in that pose before you switch to another one. So let's go have her switch to costume D, wait a second, switch to a different costume. So when we run this program, you'll notice, beautiful. When you run it, she goes to D, waits, and then goes to costume B. Very cool. And again, you would like some wait before you move on to the next costume. I will say this. Another way to kind of implement a wait that's kind of interesting is if you go to Looks, you'll notice there is this top block that says say hello for 2 seconds. You don't have to say hello, but the 2 seconds is a nice wait. So I could say, have her say whatever you would like. You can even change that number of seconds, and that kind of gives you a word bubble as well as the wait. And then let's switch her to a different costume. So now she'll do that, and then move on to the next. So you can get some very interesting things. You could even rig this up to do something when it's clicked, but it's beautiful. Let me show you one last thing. Now this is a little new. We have never done this, but when you go into the control Then you could look for this repeat block. Repeat 10 times. I'm going to show you the coolest trick. I love this next costume block. If you'll drag that there, and you always want to wait with it. And so repeat just does exactly that. It says 10 times, and you can change how many times. Just have her go to the next costume and wait, and go to the next costume and wait. And so that gives you this effect. It gives her a little animation without you having to write too many codes. So she just moves to the next one, etc., etc., etc. Very nice. Now that you're a master of costumes, what I would like for you to do is add yourself another sprite in this program. Now the sprite, again, is going to come from this button. Make sure it is a people sprite. And what I would like for you to do is, in this new sprite, add some costume code. Get creative. Have them switch costumes after different times or say something, but get this new sprite that you have to loop through or change its costumes, and so you'll kind of have a dance party. You'll have two different sprites on your screen changing through their different poses. Awesome.